Hi everyone and welcome. I'm very happy to welcome you to this workshop, Educators in the Data Space, a bottom-up approach. I'm very glad that you made it to this workshop. We have been preparing this for you with a lot of excitement. And before we go ahead, I would like to share with you our inclusive engagement guidelines. We have to share these, and they also foster an open, kind, and inclusive conversation when we do presentations such as this. And they basically talk about how we would like you to listen with the same focus and attention that you wish to be heard. It encourages you to keep a learning mindset and recognize your biases and stay curious, respect different points of views and experiences, so that we have a safe space for everyone. It also encourages us to take responsibility if we make any mistakes, and apologize and make amends, and speak up if boundaries are crossed. If you do want to flag someone or do need any support, please do send us a message in the chat. You can do so privately, I believe. And I will first, before we go into our introductions, I will just quickly like to let you know that we are recording this part of the meeting. However, in the recording, you will only see the presenter and the presenting screen, so your faces will not be on the screen. However, we would like to take some pictures during the session so that we can have this as a nice souvenir after the workshop that we may use on social media. So if you do not want to appear on those pictures, please just remove your camera during the first part of this workshop, which will be the presentation. Okay, so the next step is to introduce to you the agenda. So first of all, we're gonna do a round of introductions. Each of us are gonna introduce ourselves. Then we're gonna set the stage. I'm gonna introduce you to the concepts that we will be working with, and just set a little bit of context of what we will be discussing. Then we're gonna move on to the workshop session, and I will tell you more about it once we reach that state. And at the end, there's gonna be a plenary session where we will be discussing what we find out during the workshop session. And then this will be followed by some closing remarks and next steps. Okay, so first of all, I'm Christine Wering. I am Business Development Coordinator for Education at Europeana, and I'm also Community Manager for this lovely INA education community. And I will pass it on to my colleague, Alteo.
Thanks, Cristina, and good evening, everyone. I'm Alteo Valentini. I'm the General Manager of EGINA, which is the European Grants International Academy, and also chairing the steering group of the Europeana Network Association Education Community. And I pass to Marco.
Yes, welcome everyone. My name is Marco Stevkek. I work as an information manager at the Anne Frank House, which is a museum as well as an educational institution. And I'm having a minor role as a facilitator in this workshop.
Thank you, Marco. Georgia, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this workshop where my name is Georgia Manolopoulou. I work in the Ministry of Culture at the Archaeological Museum of Patras as a museologist, curator of public programs. And I'm delighted to be here with you, share insights. Your voice is important. And thank you all for being here today.
Thank you, Georgia. Raúl?
Hi everyone. Welcome to this this workshop that I hope that all enjoy. always share our lovely insights. I'm a PhD candidate and postgraduate teaching assistant at Complutense University of Madrid, and a PhD candidate at the Europa Joint Doctorate in Cultural Heritage between the Complutense University of Madrid and the University of Edinburgh, a steering group member of the Young Education Community, and a member council. And I hope you enjoy this meeting. Thank you.
Perfect. Raúl, thank you so much for all of our facilitators for introducing themselves. Again, our roles will become more clear as we go on to the workshop part of this session. But now what I would like to know is to know a little bit more about you. So I'm going to ask you to briefly introduce yourself, giving us your name and what it is you do. Perhaps you want to share with us from what country you're coming from or based in. And if you'd like to share your expectations for the workshop, that's also very much appreciated. And so I'm going to do the difficult work of choosing someone. And then once you're done introducing yourself, you will nominate your next peer. Okay, so I'm seeing here the first person in my screen is Valia. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Of course. Hello, everyone. My name is Valia Panu. I'm a music teacher and an English teacher, composer also, but my main profession, I'm a digital writer in Netcompany, and I'm writing about EU projects mainly. And I really enjoyed all the description about the workshop, and I think it's inspiring. I have made a few notes, and probably we will discuss them on the ongoing session. It's great to have you all together. This cultural heritage is, a great place for impactful workshops and ideas to share from people from many sectors, educational ones, most of it.
Thank you, Valia. Do you want to nominate someone or should I choose someone to go next?
Carol Bariuso.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Carol. I'm also an English teacher in Barcelona, well, near Barcelona in Spain. My expectations for this workshop, so learning a little bit more about data space, the approach, and for research purposes, because I'm also a PhD candidate in education, and my nomination goes to my friend Daniela Bunea.
Hello, everybody. I am a member of the Europeana steering group, and I'm very happy to be here to listen to all of you. This is my first time as a member of the steering group, and I am kind of sick at home. I'm on leave from work, but I wanted so much to be here, and thank you, Christina, and everybody for accepting me. I'm looking forward to everything that is going to happen, and I'm sure wonderful things will happen. Thank you. Christina, if you nominate somebody.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Daniela, and thank you so much for being here. I know that you're ill, so I really appreciate your presence here today. And yeah, I'm going to nominate the next person. So, Mitali, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Mitali. I just started as a teaching assistant in Germany in a small town in Cottbus, where I also did my master's in World Heritage. So I'm pretty interested in the workshop already because I attended the Europeana annual conference for the first time, which itself was a level up for me because I've mostly attended typical heritage conferences like the European Heritage Summit, which just ended recently. And I really believe that Europana is doing the real work of connecting different sectors together when it comes to data space also. So that is also my expectation from this workshop, that we can brainstorm a little bit more in terms of recommendations and see how we can bring education together with cultural heritage and data space. So my nomination, I'll just look at my screen once. Dorothea.
You are muted, Dorothea. We cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Thank you, Metali.
worries.
I'm Dorothea. I'm from Athens. I'm based in Athens. I'm currently serving two masters. One is higher education at the Open University of Cyprus, and the other, the demanding one, is the audiovisual industry. So, in a certain sense, with the data space, I'm at home, but the education and the data space is a completely new domain for me, very challenging. I am very willing to learn. And I think there is the future, because if you don't know how to use the tools, you can't produce. So it is important both for me, both for the communication with the public that the industry is aiming to, and also how to develop and use new skills. So I'm really excited, and I am proud to be part of this insightful community, because all the bands of skills together are going to have a lasting impact. I have no doubt about it. Thank you.
And thank you, Dorothea. I'm gonna take the liberty to nominate Valentina, and also take the opportunity to ask for all of you to please be brief, because we do have a lot of workshop ahead still. So please, Valentina.
Yes, thank you, Christine, and good afternoon to everybody. All the new faces I see in this workshop. My name is Valentina Bacchi. I am not an educator. I am not a teacher. I work at Photo Consortium, that is one of the accredited aggregators for Europeana in the domain of photography, and partner of the Data Space Project. I am here mostly to learn from you, from teachers, from educators. How do you foresee the reuse of digital cultural heritage in really innovative educational products, and in innovative ways for teachers to connect with the students of any age? So yes, I think I will be more a listener today than really providing input, but I have experience with what is digital cultural heritage, and I am willing to learn from you. What do you expect the digital cultural heritage collections to be for being reused in the classroom? And I would like to nominate a man, because I see we are many women, but we also have men in this group. So I would start from Edward.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm going to try to be brief. I am a teacher. I've taught in pre-primary, primary, secondary. Now I'm teaching at university. I'm also a teacher trainer, not only at university, where I trained future primary school English teachers, but also in-service teachers. And what I want is to learn a lot about Europeana and about all these projects and platforms and stuff, to try to incorporate that in teacher training, initial teacher training, and also in-service teacher training. I work in the area of Barcelona also, like Carol Barriuso. I'm very happy to see some familiar faces like Daniela. Daniela, I hope that you get well soon. And I'm going to nominate somebody that I suppose that is going to be from the area of Spain also. I saw a Noelia around there.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm Spanish, but I'm working in Ireland. I am Noelia Romero. I am the digital archivist and training manager in the Digital Repository of Ireland. And like Valentina, I'm here mostly to learn uses for digital collections. In the DRI, the Digital Repository of Ireland, is a trustworthy digital repository for preservation, stewardship, and dissemination of Ireland's humanities and social science. And we are always looking for how to explore and develop ways to reuse the collections and the metadata from our digital repository, both for education and for the public. And of course, I want to learn more about the data space. So that's me. And I don't see everyone here. There's some Atise, maybe you told you was Atise?
Yes.
Is your name? Sorry.
Hello, my name is Hatice Kırmacı. I am from Istanbul, Turkey. I am retired now, but I am a physics teacher. In July, I am retired. And also, I am a founder of a Women Science Teachers social portal. Nearly there are 6,000 teachers and academicians in this portal. And I am very happy to be here because there are some friends of mine, Alteo and Christina. We met in July and June with them. I am very happy because European so important for me, as I think that Europeania is the first company or like this for digital cultural heritage. I am very I would like to be students for cultural heritage and also 3D, VR, AR, and another things. I am very happy. Thank you for this opportunity for everyone. And maybe we will go on. Valia Hanzo or Razo.
Oh, I think Valia already went, Hatice.
Sorry.
Maybe we nominate, I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce this right, Zarko?
Zarko. Yeah.
Zarko.
Almost. Hi, I'm Žarko Čižmar. I'm from Croatia. I'm executive director of the small NGO Telecenter and also head of media lab at the Algebra Bernays University in Zagreb. So I work on media projects with students. Data is part of research, projects based on the research. So this is why I'm here. I'm looking forward to explore opportunities for collaborative projects in the field of culture.
Perfect, Zarko. Thank you so much. I think this is it. I saw some other people, but I think they may have exited perhaps just to avoid this. I'm not sure. No, there is a user. I'm not sure if user wants to introduce themselves. If not, that's also completely fine.
He left already.
Oh, he left already. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to propose we go back to our program. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing and for being here. I'm really excited to see what we will come up with in the workshop. But first, I would like to set the stage and give a little bit of context of what this is, the Common European Data Space for Cultural Heritage and data spaces in general. And so to understand what a data space is, we first we should consider why it exists. So data is valuable because it can be treated as an asset, as a resource, or even as a service. Data improves decision-making, it can drive innovation, and it contributes to solving big social issues such as climate change, public health, and education. However, the true potential of data is only realized when it is shared. Data sharing across organizations allows for organizations to come to new insights, to collaborate better and more efficiently. But this also raises important questions regarding trust, privacy, and quality. So a data space, it's supposed to not only be a platform or a database, but rather a federated or decentralized framework built upon common principles and governance rules, and technical standards that provides a structured and safe way to share data. And an important thing about a data space is that organizations retain the control and ownership over the data while making it accessible under agreed conditions. This enables the development of trusted relationships and sustainable data exchange. And where does the idea of the common European data spaces come into EU policy? So the European Commission developed its data strategy to make data a key driver for innovation, sustainability, and public value. At the moment, much of European data or Europe's data is scattered across countries and sectors, and it's governed under different regulations. And this limits its potential for it being shared. The strategy of the European Commission aims to create a single market for data where information can move and be reused securely and responsibly. And so to achieve this, the EU is developing the Common European Data Spaces, which are sector-oriented environments where organizations can share and access data under clear rules of governance. These spaces aim is to help Europe stay competitive, protect citizens' rights, and ensure that data serves society in areas such as education, culture, health, and environment. And in the image to your right, you can see some of the data spaces that are already in development at the moment. And so what is the relationship between the data space or the Common European Data Space and Europeana? Or how does it all connect? Well, I think we would have to go back to Europeana's mission. And Europeana's mission has always been to democratize access to cultural heritage data and make it available to as many people as possible for exploration, research, reuse, and enjoyment. The data space of cultural heritage, which is now being stewarded by the Europeana Foundation, together with a consortium of 19 partners, aims to continue and expand this mission, ensuring that Europe's cultural assets remain open, accessible, and meaningful in this digital age. And so to better understand these developments, I would like to take you through a little timeline. So Europeana was, or the Europeana portal, was first launched in 2008 with the vision to make Europe's cultural heritage easy to find and accessible for everyone. So the mission in 2008 is to make the digital cultural heritage data findable and accessible. And then between 2010 and 2020, with the rise of Web 2, Europeana evolved into a platform where people could not only discover the content, but also reuse the heritage content. And today we're entering a new era, which is the data space era. Here, the data is no longer something that we just find or that we reuse, but it is, or it aims to be, a participatory environment where users take an active role. And the aim is that we're no longer just visiting or using, but we are actually participating. And now in the next phase, which will start from 2026 to 2030, the data space, the Common European Data Space for Cultural Heritage, will bring and manage together all three infrastructures, ensuring that digital cultural heritage data across Europe is connected, interoperable, and accessible for everyone. And so what is the Common European Data Space for Cultural Heritage? It's a decentralized infrastructure bringing together a vibrant community of tools, trainings, and frameworks to share cultural heritage safely. It builds on Europeana's expertise, but goes further, expanding it in scale, technology, and community reach. And of course, it will continue to serve museums, archives, libraries, educators, researchers, creatives, member states, as well as smaller organizations. And why does the data space for cultural heritage matter? Well, it matters because it helps preserve at-risk heritage for future generations by supporting a wider range of heritage content through diversified aggregation and sharing data pipelines. It will encourage more reuse for learning, tourism, and creativity by providing more interoperable frameworks and by developing participatory and collaborative mechanisms. And it will ensure trust among organizations and users, providing open and ethical data sharing. And so what does this all have to do with education? Why is this relevant? And in a time of information overload, misinformation, and the dominance of corporate for-profit data models, the Common European Data Space aims to offer a foundation of trust. So we aim to act as an intermediary for reliable, well-documented cultural data from trusted institutions, which is very important for educators when we are looking for sources. It aims to connect diverse voices and perspectives from across Europe, encouraging critical engagement with our shared heritage. And in short, it helps us navigate this complex environment with trusted knowledge, perspectives, and it aims at building an open, participatory, and knowledgeable society. And so now that we have looked at what the Common European Data Space for Cultural Heritage aims to be and why it matters, the next question is, what is our role within it? We know that the data space provides the infrastructure and the framework for sharing, accessing, and reusing cultural heritage content across Europe. But how can we as a community ensure it truly supports us? It truly supports educators, learners, and cultural professionals. And that's exactly what we will be exploring in the next session.